Hello and welcome to episode 9 of the Non-League Heroes podcast with your host, as always, myself, Dan Welch, and Dan Walkley. Dan, how are you?
Very well, mate. Yourself?
Yeah, I'm very well. It's been quite a stressful day trying to plan.
For you, maybe.
Yeah, for me, yeah. Nah, sure. Yeah, what you been up to, mate? Anything?
Yeah, a couple of games. No, one game. We hosted Jersey Bulls at the weekend, which was a 3-0 defeat. But as I've said numerous times this season, they're the best 1 to 16 in our league for sure as a squad. Whiteley've probably got the better individual players, I would say, on the team sheet, but as a squad, yeah. Jersey well up there. Probably my pick to go win the league, to be honest. So yeah, that was it was positive. We were a good second half. There's a lot of positives to take, and we're just beaten by the better team on the day. I'm sure you've seen the goal as well, the third goal, which was absolutely ridiculous.
That's a bit of a joke, isn't it? That
I don't know how he's done it.
Like, it was only the same movement as well.
I was up the other end. Obviously, the way he was kicking, and I've just seen the ball be like scooped up, flicked, and then flicked again. I thought, what's going on here? And then everyone up that end started clapping. I was like, wow, saw it back. But it's always against us. There was one last year where we conceded from the halfway line, and that went viral as well. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'll watch the clip back, mate. That's an incredible goal. If you ain't seen it, get over to Jersey Bulls Twitter. It's an absolute cracker.
Yeah, outrageous. Literally, like, no, there's no need for that.
No.
Do you know what I mean? There's no need.
Yeah, it's sublime. You look at it. If you look at it, he's done it all in the same motion as well. It's actually quite phenomenal. But
that's professional. That's Pushkas Awards wrapped up. You know what I mean? It is. You see Messi doing that, and it's everywhere. So, yeah, definitely check that out.
Nah, cool. Yeah, Saturday. I mean, Burke. I don't know how we ain't lost that game. It was literally we should have been 5, 6, even 7-1 down in the second half. It was an absolute pumping from Leighton Town. Absolutely came at us massively. We took an early lead, as we always do. Conceded straight away, as we always do, and then straight after half time, they got the goal to go 2-1 ahead. And then literally it was just wave after wave. Crossbars were hit. The goalposts were hit. The goalkeeper was brought into action numerous occasions. It was just embarrassing, really, the second half showing. The gaffer weren't too pleased with it. But then, as like teams at the top always do, they keep fighting to the end. And then 98th minute, we got a free kick on the edge of the box. Shot, the free kick was pony. It's hit the wall, deflected into the middle of the box, and then Luke Andrews just come flying in, stuck a foot out, and I mean, it was scenes for about 10 seconds, but then I think the players probably realised that it's not seen. It's actually
we established the point.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone got a little buzz, the crowd went, but then after about 10 seconds, it was just dead.
Yeah, but last minutes at any level, if it's an equaliser, it feels like a win. If you're conceding in the last minute, it's going to feel like a defeat. You needed that point, though, really, with Real Bedford winning again.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I was on Twitter constantly checking the Real Bedford score. I think it was Welling Garden City they played. Yeah, it was Welling. And Welling equalised in the 75th minute or something like that. And then I looked at my Twitter again. Within 2 minutes, they've took the lead again. But I can't see them losing. Ever since I watched them in person, I generally can't see how many teams are going to get near them the way they play. I mean, we'll touch on Real Bedford a little bit later, as we've got the chairman Peter McCormack coming on a little bit later.
Yes, yeah, big guest.
That's very exciting. But yeah, apart from that, just as you've seen before, we come on air. Got a little dog, keeps giving me the run around, biting everything, nicking me socks, and that's about it. But
nice bit.
Yeah, I mentioned last week that we made 2 signings. Joe from Sheffield Campton, he's come on board with us, but he came on and we couldn't really hear him, and we lost him for a little while. So Joe's going to be coming on in literally whenever he's ready. And we made another signing as well. Dino from Potton United joined us now to help out with the social media side. And from tomorrow, we're going to be going on. From Friday, we're going to be going out on YouTube as well, which is Dean has come on to help us. But I'll start with you, Joe. Just tell the listeners a little bit about yourself and what it is you do.
Well, I'm Joe. I'm 17. I do the media at Sheffield Town and Campden. Been doing that since the summer. I study media at college. It's sort of my where I want to go. So when I sort of had the opportunity, sort of in the group chat, to come in to help the podcast, took it straight away, and ever since it started, that's all. Real sort of. That's what. Yeah.
No.
That's what I wanted to do, and I was really excited to join it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. We were always asking for people to come and help us. So when you did send a message to say that you'd be happy to join, like Morton as well, I think you joined 2 weeks ago, boys, and I think we've gained nearly enough 200 followers since you've joined, and it's down to you, boys. So we appreciate you joining, and all we want to do now is just grow. But so what is it you actually do for Sheffield? What's your day-to-day or match day plans for them?
Blimey. So I normally get there around. So if it's 3 o'clock kickoff on a Saturday, I normally get there around 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
I do a little bit more different than just the media. I go set up the VO.
Yeah.
I go and get. Yeah, I go and sort out everything in change room. Sometimes I go in do a bit of content, get when players are walking in, ask them a question, get a bit of TikTok out.
Yeah.
Just the usual stuff. Then getting ready for sort of the team sheets to come out, and they're a bit late most of the time, but
always late.
They're always late. Yeah, but to be fair, the manager's not too bad. He's always sort of on time, and he's a sound bloke. So, but then just on the Twitter, updating the people in the score. We haven't really been that great this season. 4 games won, and the 4 games won has come in the last 4 games. So
no, you're definitely turning a corner.
Yeah, well, I was at the first team training last night, and it's just a different atmosphere.
Yeah,
it just seems a sort of a more. There's more. They've got that belief back, and they've beat some good sides. But MK Irish on Saturday was going to be a real tough game.
Yeah.
But there is some belief in the side that we can go on a run and try and survive relegation.
Go nick a win, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, we got Mason Spence on a little bit later, the MK Irish captain. So we will touch base on this weekend's fixture. But so just quickly, obviously Kane Doughty left in the summer to go to Biggleswade United, and I think you lost 3 or 4, or maybe more, or your whole squad. Is that?
Yes, our whole squad. I can't think. Yeah, so I was a fan of. I grew up in Sheffield, and I was a fan for went to most of the games, but I never did the media beforehand. But sort of, I remember this group of players with Kane Doherty and the rest of the squad. They've been there for years, but then in the summer, obviously Kane got the opportunity to go to Biggleswade United, and he took a lot of the players, and we had to bring a lot of players from the under-18s, from the reserves. Well, not even really reserves. So we've had a lot of 18, 19-year-olds, and it has taken a sort of a long time to sort of get a team together. So it's changed every single week. So it's been tough this season, but we're getting better.
Yeah, no, well, it's very similar to me when me and Matty Day went to Coney Heath. We literally took over in the summer, and there was one player left, and your first 3 or 4 games of the season are either FA Cups and FA Vars, and they're the ones you want to win. But like when you've got a team barely 6 weeks old, it's very tough. But listen, absolutely delighted to see Sheffield winning 4 games in a row, and we do hope you survive. And obviously, welcome to the team, mate.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
No problem. And Dino, Dino, who's
Yes,
already been a
mate.
guest. He's already been a
Yes.
guest on the show.
Yeah, lovely,
How are you?
mate. Yeah,
you
not
loved
too
it.
bad, mate. Yeah, we're a bit of a crazy time at Potton at the minute. Gaz has just gone in for his operation to obviously give his a liver and 1.2 meters of his intestines to his son.
Yeah.
Just had a message
Amazing.
to say Gaz is now out of surgery and he's been patched up.
Amazing.
And they're now just concentrating on Harry and trying to get him all sorted. We had a game last night, lost 2-1 to London Lions at home.
Yep.
Absolute worldy goal
I'll
from
see
them.
that.
Yeah, mate, such a good goal. I thought we dominated, really. Jacko has taken over at the minute while Gaz is away. Saturday we played and we just looked like we had fun. And that's what we've been missing, really, is the fun side of it. So we're starting to see that. And what I see is us playing with like having enjoyment. We're playing well and we're giving more chances to ourselves. So hopefully we can carry that form on. We've got Arlesey at the weekend, so it's going to be a nice rivalry, as a few of us left Arlesey and have gone to Potton. So yeah, it'll be a fun time. But glad to be on board, boys.
Yeah, no, we're absolutely happy to have you, and obviously best wishes to Gary Jackson. That's a major thing to do.
Yeah, I think that'll be him out for the season now. So Jacko's taken over, and so far he's done really well. So fingers crossed we can carry on pushing for the playoff places.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Jack, I've known Jack for some time. He's very level-headed. He knows his football, and literally, if you ain't got Gary Jackson there, you got Jack Galatis, and hopefully he'll keep steering you guys in the right direction.
Yeah. He's just brought his brother in as well because Hosk's left. So his brother's coming in. So we've got both of them in now. So it's nice to see him.
Where's your keeper gone? Oh, never mind.
He's gone with wherever Dino's gone. That's where the keeper's gone.
He's gone. He's got the boot. But anyway, Dan, what's been going on in non-league?
Well, it's been a lot of games obviously rained off. We've had that. But I mean, if people have been following us on Twitter, you've seen the South Central Premier, and which is obviously very, very tight. There was last night, so Tuesday night, Bedford went away to Telford, top of the table clash. I think Bedford were top and Telford was second going into the game after wins on the weekend. Bedford went 1-0 up.
Yep.
Then they went 2-1 up. They got stuffed a little bit, to be honest. I think it was 5-2 at half time. It was 6-2 it finished. So that's a bit of a wake up call, I guess, for them. I mean, Telford's can't be an easy place to go. The ground's big for that for step 3. Yes, I mean that is quite a heavy defeat, especially with others now picking up form as well. So I've no doubt Lee Bircham can get them going again. Do
you think that's kind of brought them down to earth a little bit?
I wouldn't say down to earth. They're obviously still right up there, but I think it just shows the difference in kind of the stature of teams, if that makes sense. Telford, National League they used to be for a long time, conference, but Bedford are still in there. They're only 2 points off. I know Telford have got a game in hand, which puts them in pole position, but then you've still got the likes of Stratford, Halesowen, Kettering, Harborough, Stamford, all the way down to Spalding, really, they're still in with a shout. So there's a lot of football still to play in that league with games in hand and postponements. So it should be quite an interesting run.
Yeah, I think Bedford Town, I mean, I think in their wildest dreams that they would never have thought they'd be up there right now, just being
not even in the playoffs.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, they keep going top, and then obviously, but I know Birchie very well, known him for some time now, and he's got a very good phone book. But as you can tell, when they get defeats, you always see the 3 in, 3 out. Like he'll just go chop and change it. He has got that kind of ability to go out there and bring in whoever he wants in such a way. So, but a 6-2 defeat on a Tuesday night away from home.
Yeah, it's a long away as well, isn't it, from Bedford?
Yeah, very long. Any other games? I mean, I know last night there was meant to be a full schedule for the tonight and last night, the Southern
Yeah.
League. But I think
Well,
there was
loads of games off.
it was all washed out, and I think only one game's been got. I don't know how this is going ahead. Kidlington versus Tame. I was over in Kidlington a month ago, and it was literally a farm, mate. It was chopped to bits, and that's probably one of the last grounds I would.
They'll probably get a win though. Games like that, cut up pitches, stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? They'll play test strokes, nick a win. But the National League South is where it's probably out at the minute. I mean, everyone's waking up to it now. But if you're looking at the table there, you've got cut this bit. You got Worthing, who are top on 55 after beating Bournemouth yesterday. 2-1 at home, but then all the way down to Eastbourne in 6th. They're on 52 points. You've got Bournemouth, Dorking, Mason, Torquay, Eastbourne on 52. And that, I mean, the goal difference in there's like 2 or 3 goals in it as well. It's absolutely ridiculous. So, yeah, that is definitely probably the running to look out for, because all those teams probably should be going up, really.
Yeah, no, I agree. I was looking at the Barnet result last night. We kept mentioning Jeff Stelling and that throughout the week, and he was commentating on it, and he was pretty much saying Barnet are going to be the ones going straight up. He was pretty confident. That Dean, I can't remember the gaffer's name, Irish fella. He's got Barnet going absolutely flying at the minute. So yeah, that was one I was looking out for. I was going to watch it, but then I put Southend on for a little bit to watch Gus. But yeah, they were AFC filed. They were not great, and it was very much. But then I had to stick Love Island on at 9. So
real entertainment.
Yeah, I didn't catch
quick
second
shout
half.
out about the filed Southend game. Those 9 fans that travelled 550 miles on Tuesday night has to be applauded. That's
100%.
That's phenomenal commitment.
Yeah, and Southend even giving them all a pie and a hot drink for free for making the journey, which I thought, and that's another lovely non-league story, and that's exactly why I prefer.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, exactly. Looking after the
supporters, definitely. So moving on to this weekend, obviously massive rounds of fixtures again if the weather permits it. But you've got the FA Trophy and the FA Vars last 16. Obviously the pick of the tie for us in the FA Trophy is Sittingbourne away at Southend. Is anything caught your eye there, or in the Vars at all?
The Vars, I haven't actually checked up on the Vars. I didn't realise it was this weekend, but the trophy, definitely the Southend game with Sittingbourne coming to Roots Hall. I can't see an upset personally, but no, not for me.
I don't know. I think Sittingbourne on a major run.
They are flying.
We had Ryan Maxwell on a few weeks ago, and he said he's got some players in there that are National League or above standards.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know if Southend are going to have one eye on the league. Don't know. I've just got a feeling.
Yeah, no, not for me. I think Southend. I think that's the trophy that Southend could easily get under their belts. You not agree?
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Elsewhere in the trophy, I did have it there. 2-6. Aldershot host Bournemouth, which could probably go either way.
Yeah.
Altrincham Eastleigh, Gainsborough Trinity against Woking, which is another quite a big tie, but I think that could go either way. Kidderminster, Sutton, Oxford City, Forest Green, Southend, Sittingbourne, Spennymoor Town against Boston, and Worthing against Rochdale, which is probably the pick of the ties for me. Both going well this season.
Yeah.
The FA Vars, though,
I
think is a minefield. That's anyone's.
It
really is.
The problem with the FA Vars, right? There's, I mean, with the trophy, like people have got set squads and that, but this Vars, there's teams just going out, just getting these. I can't remember who we had on. Might have been Scott, wasn't it? Where these teams are trying to draw in these step 2, step 3 players for a one-off game too. And that's why it's just such a lottery when you get this far in the stage of a competition, and when you can just bring people in and out as you please. It could
It
be
is.
anyone's.
There should be a rule, I think, when it gets to the latter stages where if they're not registered by a certain time or they've
Certain
not played
time,
enough
or
league games.
yeah, they've not played a game in the competition for them.
Yeah,
Do
exactly.
you know what I
Because
mean?
when looking at the ties now, AFC Whiteleaf against Egham is a huge game, and I personally think, maybe a bit biased because I've seen both from this season, but I personally think either one of them goes on to the final.
Yeah,
Whoever
Egham,
wins, Egham are they haven't got the so-called superstars that the likes of Whiteleaf have brought in, but as a team, they're like as a Step 5 team, they're phenomenal. They're physical, they can play. They're organised, so that's
Yeah.
going to be a very, very good game on Saturday at Whiteleaf.
Yeah, well, Egham, yeah, they were the team that knocked out the Spartans' furthest runners in the competition this year, London Lions, 3-1.
Yeah.
So yeah, London Lions are a phenomenal side. As
They are,
sure
yeah.
Dino saw them last night. They've got people like Mitchell Hannon. They've got Austin. Can't think of his surname now. He used to play for Arsenal.
Powers.
No, not quite. But Geezer's a joke. Every time he touches the ball, he just sticks it in the top bins. But
yeah, that's the pick of the games for me in the Vars. But then you got Erith and Belvedere against Daventry, who knocked out Marchtown. Gareth Williams,
yeah,
who's in our non-league community. Then you got Heanor against Crooktown, North Shields against Whitchurch Allport, VCD Athletic against Hartbury University, and then Whitstable Town, who knocked out Jersey. Shout out to Ollie Balletta there against Fleet. So, yeah, like I said, this anyone's this year. I think North Shields probably the strongest up the country, and then between Whiteleaf and Egham for me.
no. Well, listen, let's see how far, or let's see how close you can be.
it really enables me to almost take a bit of a back step as well. So if the boys want to put content out themselves, I'm just like, go do it, because they want to do their own thing as well. So it's just having that variety as well.
And you looking at this to set you up for the future to do, obviously you're passionate about social media yourself, but to manage a team rather than it relying on you in the future?
Yeah, I think I'd probably want to manage a team. I mean, I'm enjoying it at the moment. It's hard. It's hard because a lot of people don't agree. Like when I worked at Langley, I could make my own decisions almost, but working with a group of 6 people, not everyone's going to agree on the same page. But I feel that's kind of more beneficial as well, because everyone can put in their own ideas. So I think having a bigger team, it just enables me to get an understanding what people want to put out as well. So that's why I've got, for example, Ben, who's on the group chat as well. He does our own reserve games. I do the under 18 posts. So we can all get our own little pick of the cherry, really. So it does help, I must say, having a team.
Yeah, nice. I mean, when I was at Coney Heath, I was crying out for help, and I never got it. And I've gone to Burko now, and we've got our own photographer, and it really does make a massive difference.
Yeah.
But so what is it? Where are you this weekend, Freddie?
We're at home. We got Merthyr. Probably going to be like, I'll be brutally honest, probably about 3 or 4-0 Merthyr. But like
Really?
I say, yeah. 22 games unbeaten, Merthyr at the moment. So it's going to be a tough game for us. But obviously we come off the back of a 5-2 win against Chertsey, which no one really thought us getting. So the opportunity's there to stay up. We just got to keep fighting, and anything's possible in non-league.
And just touched on Merthyr as well. We didn't mention it at the beginning, but obviously the headlines this week off the pitch is that they rejected the £6 million bid from the Welsh League to join. As a team in their league, and you've played them away from home, do you think that was a bad time for the Welsh FA to come in, or the Welsh League to come in and try and poach them? I mean, they're, like you said, 22 games unbeaten. They're top of Step 3, looking to get into the National League South. And the setup there, from what I've seen online, I've not been myself, but what I've seen online is a National League, maybe even League 2 with a bit of adjustment.
Yeah, it's a massive club. I mean, when I went there, I think they had about 1,700 people for Step 3, which is incredible, to be brutally honest with you.
Yeah.
But I think it's a bit of a weird approach by the Welsh FA. I think if you look at the English football pyramid compared to the Welsh football pyramid, there's more of an opportunity for your likes of Merthyr to go really high in the football league pyramid if they get the financial backing. I don't think they're doing too bad for themselves, to be brutally honest, but they've got a fantastic opportunity at Step 3 at the moment. They look like they're going to go up to Step 2. So why can't they keep pushing and go to the likes of League 2?
No, I totally agree.
Just a quick one from me. Like, obviously Marlow this season. Obviously you've just mentioned I think you are bottom of the table, struggling.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Bottom of the table.
How's that come about? Is it the jump from Step 4 to Step 3? What is it? How comes it's not looking so great at the moment?
Yeah, I think it's a jump from Step 4 to Step 3. Obviously, I think you'll probably see it when you guys come up with Burko next season. It's money. To be brutally honest, it's money. We've got the smallest financial budget in the league by a country mile. You look at the likes of Tottenham, who have got Charlie Austin on about £1,000 a week. It's really hard to compete with. But we put a decent account of ourselves in there. Yeah, we're struggling at the bottom of the table, but there's no reason why, if we did pick up points, we've got an opportunity to get up the table. Or it's hard, but we've got a good opportunity.
Yeah. Well, you've won 2 of the last 5, so the signs are positive.
Yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed.
Is that Mitchell Parker? He got a hat trick, did he, Saturday?
Yeah, hat trick, bicycle kick. I think he got a left foot and right foot, so the perfect hat trick. He's
a joke.
He's like our star man. To be honest, obviously coming in from Binfield, I think it was around December time where we really needed someone to get some goals. But he's a quality player. I think we'll be lucky to keep him next season. That's for sure.
Yeah, but he's filled the Dave Tarpey hole, really, hasn't he? Since he
obviously Tarp's getting injured. That ACL really didn't help him. But I think Parker coming in, he's a bit of a different striker to Tarpey. He's a big lad, Mitch. He'll hold the ball up. He'll lay it back. He really involves the whole team. So I think Mitch has done a brilliant job for us, and we'll be lucky to keep him next season. That's for sure.
Yeah, can't that Mitch pull a few strings? And obviously he's played a higher level already, hasn't he? Can't he
Yeah, I
like
think
bring a few of his pals and come and help you out?
Yeah, I think he's played for the likes of Farnborough at step
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
So it could be a really good opportunity. Obviously, Bart's our manager's got really good ties with Reading. So we've had a couple of boys from Reading this season, and also we've had a young lad called Andrew Hadjini from Leighton Orient, who's their under-21 captain, who's done a brilliant job. So yeah, it's like I say, in non-league, it's about knowing people from the EFL clubs, and just trying to get young people who will hopefully come and give a right good go.
Yeah, for sure. Just tell me your thoughts on non-league as a whole and as a general. I mean, what is it? Why do you do what you do? Do you meet some incredible people along the way? Is it what is it? Why do you love non-league and why do you do what you do?
I think you compare non-league now to the Premier League. The Premier League, just in my opinion, especially, I have an Arsenal season ticket, but I feel with the Premier League, it's such a business. Whereas non-league now, in my opinion, it's more of a family feel. Everyone, you feel like one big family in non-league. You get much more support compared to the Premier League clubs. And I think the main reason I really got into non-league is via my dad. My dad was, to be brutal, I don't want to big him up too much, with a brilliant non-league player. He played for a lot of clubs in non-league, and he kind of got me into it in a way. So, go on a Saturday afternoon to go and watch, I don't know, Uxbridge locally, or go and watch a local side. It kind of just gave me an opportunity to think, what would I rather do? Go and watch a Premier League game for £70, or go and watch a bit of local football for a tenner. It's the prices of football now is extortionate. So getting the opportunity to go into non-league for go and watch a game for a fiver, it's easy for me, really.
It's like what non-league Zach's got is. I don't want to plug someone else's channel over you, Freddie, but he's doing that £66 kind of challenge, isn't he? Where he's looking to find the cheapest games for impact. So yeah, I totally agree with your sentiment there.
Yeah, brilliant. Well, listen, Freddie, it's been absolutely brilliant to have you on. I think you're a massive part of the team, and we will obviously bring you back on soon. Hopefully, when Marlow are climbing up that table, mate.
No, thank you, boys, for having me on. I do appreciate it. Thank you.
Anytime, Freddie.
Cheers, mate.
Superb.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
See you soon, Freddie.
Bye.
And as one guest leaves, we've got another guest in the waiting room, ready to come on to the podcast. It's an exciting one. It's a guy who he's a character himself. It's Mason Spence from MK Irish. Mason, how are you?
I can't believe you've left me in the waiting room for 4 minutes. You know what I mean? What's going on? I'm all right. No, you're right, chaps.
Yeah, we're good.
Very
We
well,
literally
good, all good, mate.
we forgot to send the link to our first guest, so it was a little bit behind. But yeah,
well, you forgot. Blame him.
How is everything? How are you? And obviously, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, I'm all good, man. All good. What's not to be good about? Little old Irish sitting top of the league. I've got a baby on the way, and things are all going to plan, mate. So yeah, all good. But yeah, I'm Mason. Play for MK Irish, and yeah, that's about as exciting as it gets for me, really.
Well, before we get on to MK Irish, I just want to take it back to your early days in your career. You've signed a couple of contracts.
Yeah, so I was at MK Dons from the age of 15, and then got up to second year scholar, and played in the first team, but Carl Robinson released me. Quite funny, actually. He told me that I was going to be like a Gary Neville of the Championship, like not particularly good at everything, but just average at everything and have a good career in the Championship.
That's some compliment, that is.
Yeah, I'd have bit his hand off for that now.
I was actually quite shocked to read that you was a right back then.
Yeah, so right? I was always a fullback. I played Sunday League, and I was a striker, and I used to play the year up, and I scored like 70 goals or something in the 1 year, but I had about 5 red cards as well. But and I went there, and I think I went on a 6-week trial, and I scored 2 goals against Tottenham, but that was about it. I don't think I had a shot in the other fucking 10 games or whatever it was. So they went, "We like you, but we're going to have to move you back a bit because you're nowhere near the level." But yeah, they kept me on for quite a while, to be fair.
And then obviously got released from MK Dons. Colchester picked you up?
Yeah, so had a few clubs that like I was going on and wanted to have a look at me, and ended up going to Colchester, and yeah, that didn't start off too well either, to be honest. I sent a tweet out saying I saw a few things in Colchester that day, and I sent a tweet out saying God must have put every weirdo in Colchester. And then I went for a nap during pre-season, and I woke up to loads of like messages saying go back to MK, play on the roundabouts, you know, and then made it in the local newspaper on like the first couple of weeks of being in there. So
It didn't start off.
no, the manager was in Ireland, and he rang me up and he said, "My family are from Colchester. Are they all fucking weirdos as well?" I was like, "Oh shit!" And then when I did actually make my debut for them, we played Coventry. Just come on against Coventry. They were top of the league. They had like Callum Wilson and fucking John Fleck and that playing. I just come on. I've made a tackle, went out for a corner, and my own fans were singing Mason Spence, what a weirdo. So yeah, probably wasn't flavour of the month at Colchester, really.
How did that game end? Was it?
We lost 2-0, but I was just over the moon to get off the pitch, to be fair, without having like bottles or lighters and that thrown at me.
Yeah, running back into the change room on your home debut.
Oh, that's incredible.
Like that.
So,
There's a
Cheers,
message
guys.
on there saying make Mason stay. Who's that? Oh, fucking hell, here we go. I'll stay for this one.
There we go.
Can you
He's
hear me?
coming to poacher.
Yeah, wicked. And obviously we've got Mason on, as you can probably see as well.
Yeah, I haven't seen Mason since he spooned that penalty for us, and just wanted to say thank you and appreciate that, missing that penalty and
Well,
giving us
I've
the title.
heard your name, Pete, and since you was trying to file a law case against one of our boys for saying that you fueled the jet for Pete Diddy.
I mean, I didn't file a lawsuit, but there were some silly words you put out there. Hey, you're having a good season, man, aren't you?
Yeah, we're doing all right. So are you boys. Stole our best players and then going to win the league.
It's a bit tighter than ours, though. I think you've pretty much done it, haven't you?
Oh well, now you've put a curse on it. No, I don't know. We're in a good position. Let's put it that way.
No, it'll be good. It'll be good. Hopefully, we'll be playing you against it. It was a good rivalry we had last season, to be honest. Yeah,
it was. We had some good games. Apart from the 5-0 hammering that you gave us, I mean, the other couple of games was pretty well contested, and a good few people there to watch. So they're the games that you want, now, isn't it? It's you don't want to be playing someone in front of it like a few men and his dog. You want people with like the big crowds at that league.
They're probably the 3 best games of the season in some way. I mean, that first game we got away with one. You should have won that.
Yeah, but then we got hammered 5-0, and then the 0-0 was pretty bang average, where everyone turned up and it was 0-0, and that was pretty.
You're missing another one. You beat us 4-3.
Oh yeah, we played 4 times that year, didn't we?
4 times.
Yeah, so 3 out of the 4 were decent. One of them was just absolutely horrid.
Yeah, it was honestly, it was a shame you didn't come up with us, because if the 2 of us had gone up, there would have been more good games this year. It was a bit disappointed with that.
Yeah, would have been funny. I'd have loved to have been stuck one in on Shaheem as well, just for leaving us.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, well.